Max Scherzer was on the bump going against Cincinnati. And I'm telling you, Cincinnati, the top of their lineup with Mr. Winker and Mr. Castellanos pose a significant threat. And he came in, Ron. He's one of the hottest hitters, if not the hottest hitter in the game right now. He's hitting, Nick Castellanos is hitting .359 with 12 homers, 30 RBIs, and an OPS of north of 1,000. So I want to say he's getting ready to take on Max Scherzer. He's coming off a 3-hit game. You know he's feeling good. So let's dive into the matchup between and how is Max going to attack him at bat to at bat. But I want to bring up a full screen first because this is what maybe Nick doesn't take a look at these things, but I certainly just broad brush over what Max's pitch usage has been. So four-seam, he's using almost 50% at a time, and then it's a steady diet of slider, changeup, cutter, curveball. I mean, he'll kind of throw the kitchen sink at you and got a bunch of stuff to strike you out and put you away. So we're going to find out in the first inning what he's all about. So let's dive into the first at bat. Because again, this is a guy that it's cerebral on the mound. He just not that grit his teeth and throw it down Nick Castellanos' throat. I think he's got respect for him. He goes slider away, then he goes heater in, then he goes change up off that tunnel and throws a filthy slider to strike him out. And Nick's like, okay, game on. So I'm sitting in my apartment watching this AB. Starts him with a curveball, second AB. Pretty similar MO. So where's he going? Slider down and away. He tries to go back to that well and kind of leaves it over the heart of the plate. And you talk about a guy, can you rack that back for me? Watch how confident he is. You're talking about a guy who's just seeing the ball big time right here. Because this is a slider that's supposed to be down and away, that kind of sits in the middle of the plate. He keeps his chest tall and just drops the barrel of the bat. And if you were watching this game, Kyle Schwarber kind of misplays this and kicks it a little bit. And Castellanos is taking third right in his face.
Think about it. Scherzer made one mistake in those first two at-bats. One mistake. He's 1 for 2, an extra base hit.
So I wanted to go back and just to do a little deep dive into, I think he's got such an interesting kind of setup. But you hear me say so many times, Ron, the guys that probably gave you the most trouble are the guys that their bat path, they're in the zone thinking up the middle the other way, and they cover and can take your heater to right center for power, and if you hang something soft, they can bridge a pull side.
If your bat is in the zone for a long period of time, you're also fouling off that pitcher's pitch to stay in the at-bat.
Great point. And I'm telling you, no one does it better. I don't know what he would say as far as trying to fight the ball the other way. I think he's trying to power it the other way. But when I watch Mr. Castellanos at the plate, he gives himself a chance to be successful because that bat's in the zone. So I went back to Detroit and kind of took a look. I wanted to see what his leg kick looked like, what his bat path looked like, and this is recent, Cincinnati. So can we run this back? Run this back all the way. I want to get to him. So this is him in Detroit. Very similar. I didn't think he was going to be as similar. Locking in, maybe starts his leg kick a little bit different, not as high. He got super aggressive with the Cubbies. He was feeling it. I think this is when he fully kind of doing it on that big stage in a playoff run, trying to keep them in it, in Wrigley Field, in the summer. I think he really was like, I'm really good at
His timing was perfect when he was with the Cubs, too.
And then he's almost reverted back to Detroit. But watch, ready, now, pause it. I mean, his back, hip, and tush, he's almost winding up, presenting his rear to the pitcher to like uncoil.
I'm looking at the belt buckle. The belt buckle with the Reds now is a little different than when he was with the Tigers. He has that belt buckle turned all the way to the catcher.
To the catcher. But which you would think would promote this in the zone, out of the zone type of swing, but he doesn't. He's here and almost just redirects everything to the big part of the field. I'm telling you, he is really, really dangerous ball player. He's been doing it for a long time.
But the back foot coming off, too. Just really pushes off that back foot's in the air.
So you tell these kids, I get it, you want to get the ball up in the air, but you want to give yourself the best chance to be successful in the strike zone. And he was on display last night. You can tip your cap when a guy, going in, he's going to make a few pitches.
Right.
He put his helmet down, took his BGs off, and was like, next AB, you make a mistake, I'm taking you in the gap.